So this is my third video for my 12 tips for Christmas, and in this video I'm going to cover the different type of agents. Now there's three different types of agents realistically. You've got your traditional high street agent, you've got your hybrid agent, and then you've got your online agent. And what I'm going to do is kind of break it down a little bit to explain what them different types are, so you know which one you're picking. Now we'll start with a traditional high street agent because that's the one that people know the most. So your traditional high street agent is exactly as it says on the tin. It's an agency based in your high street. Now they do have some benefits, they do have some negatives, a bit like the other two. Now the positives to these guys is usually their local knowledge is quite good because they're based in the town, they know the area quite well. They've got that high street presence, they've got a nice shiny shop, but realistically it kind of stops there. The negatives to these guys are they're not very forward thinking, not often anyway, because they're quite traditional with their methods, so they don't kind of think outside the box. You tend to find a lot of the tactics they're using are pretty old school, but they do mainly focus on service. So the service level is normally quite higher with these guys compared to like the online agents, for argument's sake. So that's your traditional sort of high street agent. Then you've got your online agent, which they focus all of their efforts on online marketing. They haven't got a shop front, they haven't got that high street shop. Quite often you've got one agent dealing with quite a wide space of area. So for argument's sake, if we look at some of the bigger guys, you tend to have one agent dealing with a lot of the SS postcodes. That's a huge space to be covering for one individual. The chance of having local knowledge of schools, stations, the alleyway to cut through to the shops or the local park is unlikely. So when it comes down to it, they're quite an impersonal service. They're cheap, which is the main driving factor for people to go with them. One of the sayings I like to say, and I do bang on about this quite a lot, is that good agents aren't cheap and cheap agents aren't good. It's as simple as that, and I think that goes for all sorts of tradesmen, from electricians to plumbers to builders to carpenters. No decent tradesman is going to be cheap, and no cheap tradesman is going to be decent. That's the reality of it, and it's no different for estate agents. Yes, these guys are concentrating on a quantity numbers. You tend to find that they deal with a lot more clients because they've got to get that income coming in, and they make their money up through things like referrals. So you've got things like solicitor referrals or mortgage referrals. They tend to tap them up a little bit to get a bit of income that way. But generally speaking, it's very much the DIY package. So if you're happy to do the viewings yourself, produce the marketing yourself, manage your marketing, and manage all your sales aggression afterwards, that's kind of the route you want to go down. So that's your kind of online agent. Then you've got your hybrid agent. Now your hybrid agent is not one that many people have heard of. It's a mixture of the two, hence the word hybrid. It's basically picked the best bits from the high street agent. So we're talking their morals, their local knowledge, and also in regards to their service levels. So the service levels are much higher with the high street agents, as mentioned earlier. They concentrate on that service levels being much higher. When you've got the online agents, they focus a lot of their efforts with the online marketing, because let's face it, it's not going away. The internet is not going away. We're getting more and more reliant on gadgets, and that online presence is getting more and more important. Now, if we look at these two side by side, the online agents are doing all the stuff that the high street agents are doing badly. The high street agents are doing all the stuff that the online agents are doing badly. So a hybrid agent, what they do is they cherry pick from them two and they put it together. So you tend to find that they're not on the high street, they're quite often in an office. Now we're a hybrid agency, you can see my office behind me. We're based on Lubbard's Farm in Rayleigh, so we're not on the high street. You'll find a lot of hybrids are not on the high street. They're often in offices, either in blocks or in locations like this, or even working from home. But you'll find what they do is they concentrate on the best qualities of the high street agency, so the local knowledge and the service, and they concentrate on the online marketing and the online agents, and they put them two packages together, and it's a very different side, different package, so to speak. Even down to simple things like opening hours. Like if you drive down the high street, 5:30, that office is closed, everyone's gone home. You ring a hybrid agent, 8 o'clock at night, chances are you're going to get a response. It's as clear as that. So they're very different models. Now, naturally, I'm going to favour the hybrid agent because that's what we are. But different models work different for different people. So you might find somebody who prefers that they go into the high street regularly during the week, and they want to concentrate on that service level, and they're not so bothered about the online marketing. The high street agent is going to be for them. The guys that want to do it all themselves, that have got a bit more time on their hands, and not so fussed on the service, but they just want it done cheaply, then the online agent is going to be for them. The guys that want that service level and want all the online stuff but haven't got a lot of time to be doing this themselves and want someone to do this all for them, then the hybrid agent is going to be for them. So hopefully that explanation has kind of explained the 3 different options you've got out there for agents, and answered any questions. If you do have any questions about agents, obviously pop them below, but yeah, I look forward to the next tip.